Yeah. And like I've been saying with every show I've done this morning, I've said it's day 100, but that doesn't mean that you should give up. That doesn't mean that, you've spent or you wasted the last 3 months of the year. There's still time, to keep going, to keep achieving. Delay is not Delilah. Okay. And you can still wake up. I mean, tomorrow and say, you know what, I'm going to go. Actually, today is not done. We're just starting today. You can say to yourself, I'm going to still achieve the things that I've set out for myself this year. And if you didn't set out anything for yourself at the beginning of the year, that's okay. Today's a good day to sit with yourself and then map out how you want to end 2026. Okay. And don't say, oh, I want it to be perfect. Start wherever. Nobody really cares like that. Okay. And if people feel like people care, blind your eyes and deafen your ears to whatever it is that they are saying. Okay, this is Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. And this is Radio Doctor, Nigeria's first specialized radio program where medical doctors consult and advise for free on Women Radio 91.7. The program airs Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. And today's program is proudly powered by Teledoc, a secure digital platform that allows you consult verified doctors anytime, anywhere. With Teledoc, you can book a quick consult for 10 minutes and a full consult for 30 minutes. You choose your preferred time, you join a secure video call within the app, you upload your medical records, and then you can receive your prescriptions digitally after your consultation. It's important that I say that you can do this anytime, anywhere, wherever you are in the world, from the comfort of your own home. You can do it. And every Wednesday and Thursday, we feature trusted doctors from the Teledoc network to answer your health questions, basically live on radio. My name is Fumi Bangwala, and I'm not doing this alone. This morning, I'm here with.
Good morning.
Hi, Danny. Good morning.
My name is Demilade Okewale, and today we'll be talking about something many people experience but don't always want to talk about: feeling persistent sad, overwhelmed, and emotionally drained. Depression. Sometimes people say things like, I'm just tired, or it's just stress, or even I'll be fine. But what if it's more than that? We'll be talking about how to recognize when what you're feeling goes beyond normal stress, when to seek help, and importantly, how to access care as it's becoming easier, especially with the advent of telemedicine, which is changing how we access care, making it possible for you to speak to professionals from the comfort and privacy of your home. Joining us today is Dr. Kazim Abimbola Otman, who will guide us through understanding depression and how modern healthcare options like telemedicine are making support more accessible. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Depression is very, very common. It's even common than most people think. We went to a community to assess how many people have depression. The result we got was overwhelming. It was alarming. Unfortunately, most of those people don't even know they have depression. They just think that they are not happy. They don't just know why. They don't feel happy. But when we assess further, we discover that what they have is just beyond just not being happy. There are a lot of other things. In fact, some will not even come with, I am not happy. They will say something is working on their head. They are feeling internal heat. And the reason for that in Africa is because people, women, especially women, most women don't express themselves. Some culture, women are not expected to express what they have. So they begin to express the symptoms through their body. And that is why they be having some symptoms from the body. And then they will not have, I will say that they lack appetite. They are just feeling tired. They are not interested in the environment again. And when you have such symptoms, that's maybe pointing to the fact that you have a depression. So it's not something that you look at that is just a normal thing. Once you are persistently tired for 2 weeks, you lose interest in things that you used to enjoy before. and then you are not feeling happy, and then you can't concentrate again, and then you begin to have some sensations on the body, which you don't even know where they come from. I've seen people even going to, because of the sensation in the body, going to traditional doctors and whatever, that is an insect that is working on their body. Whereas when we now discover that they are depressed, and that's why they are having those symptoms. So it is a timely thing to discuss this matter at this point. And the issue why even people don't even come to the hospital is for the stigma, because people believe that once they mention psychiatry, they're already figuring somebody on the street that is dirty, that is dangerous. So they don't even know that that is not up to 10% of the patient that psychiatrists. So once they say, okay, go to the hospital and then go and see psychiatrists, it becomes, oh, am I Kolo? Why will I go and see a psychiatrist? So thank God for this telemedicine thing now, where you can even sit in at the comfort of your home, and then you talk to doctors. I've been able to, so many people that will not have come to the hospital, have been able to talk to me even on Google Meet like this to discuss and then the findings is alarming. The good thing is that depressions, if it is mild or moderate, it may not even require medication. Just maybe therapy, and then the person will come back to. It's only when it is severe that the individual begin to need some form of medications. And then the evidence has shown that when medications are combined like that with therapy, it works better than either alone. But the majority just have mild one that they just need to talk to a doctor, and which you can do at the comfort of your home, to be structured, sectioned, and you can talk at the structure of your home. You can do it anytime. The follow-up will not be a challenge. And that is why I said that talking about depression, because the burden is high, and talking about on this platform is a very good thing, because people can now, without fear of stigma, on the comfort of their home, and talk to doctors and get what they will have gotten if they had gotten to go to the hospital. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Uthman, for that introduction. This is Women Radio 91.7, and this is Radio Doctor. And you just heard the voice of our doctor for today. We are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website, www.wfm917.com. You can start sending in messages on the questions you want to ask to the numbers 0703-1756-537 or 08155-917-917. Again, we are having a conversation with Dr. Kazim Abimbola Uthman, who's a psychiatrist, and the topic for today is understanding depression. Is it, when should you seek help? When should you speak out, and how telemedicine makes it easier? He has already answered the question of what depression is, but I'm going to let Demi ask the other questions.
All right, thank you, Doc. So how is depression different from normal sadness or stress?
Hi, doctor.
Okay, thank you for the question. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, if I get you right, you said how is the depression different from normal sadness?
Or stress.
Stress.
Yes. Is that the question?
Yes.
Yes, Doc.
Well, you see, in mental health, most of the things people experience in mental health are the people what people that don't have mental health problem also experience. It is normal to be sad if there is a cause for it, but it is normal to be happy if there is cause for it. But it becomes a problem when it is pervasive. I mean, when it is happening over a long period of time. Because if something bad happens, you are sad. But when you are now sad consistently for 2 weeks, and then you are now having other problems associated with it, that you cannot eat, you lose interest in things, you begin to sometimes you cannot concentrate, you lose appetite, You are no longer interested in having anything with your husband any longer. It becomes a depression. It's not just somebody, maybe there are issues and then you are sad. Yeah, it's normal. And also, if somebody is too happy too, there is also a problem with it. So, but it has to be that if you are sad, you must be sad in response to a problem of which it is transient. But when you are pervasively sad, associated with the other symptoms that I've said, which is losing interest in things that you used to enjoy, and then feeling persistently tired, where you cannot, nothing can explain it. So you can say that person has depression.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Demi.
All right, Doc. So I know you've just mentioned some symptoms like the persistent tiredness. Are there any other common symptoms that people should actually look out for?
The top symptoms of depression are three: persistent sadness, losing interest in preferably enjoyable activities, and persistent tiredness. Those are the three core symptoms. But there are other symptoms. The other symptoms are losing concentration, not able to concentrate on things, losing appetite, not eating well, having libido. So when you get to some point, some people might begin to have suicidal ideation, where they begin to feel that life is not worth living, and then that they should kill themselves. It might start from ideation and even get to attempt or even complete suicide. On a severe form, some people can even become psychotic if nothing is done, because at that point in time, they will be hearing voices that is telling them that they are worthless, they are useless. The voice accusing them and cursing them. That is when it has gotten to the severe level, where we call it the depression that has come with a psychotic depression. But before it gets to that level, it usually starts from the persistent sadness, the losing interest, and whatever. Before, if nothing is done, it can gravitate and get to that level. I think I've answered your question.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor. So in terms of can depression affect anyone, regardless of age, background, or there's a specific set of people that we look for depression?
There is nobody that is immune to depression. Anybody can have depression. It's just that it's commoner in female than male. And then it's also commoner in those who have family history of depression. But there is nobody that is immune to depression. Anybody can be depressed at any time.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you. And are there causes or triggers that start this depression? Are there common causes or triggers?
Yes, there are triggers. Sometimes you may not be able to even identify any trigger. Life event generally can trigger depression. If stress, somebody is passing through financial difficulty, marital problems, and some other problems of life, the individual can come up with depression. The issue now is the person will now, from not happy, maybe marital, even somebody is cheated by boyfriend or thereabout, or somebody is not even, whatever is going in life, no longer achieving it, is not getting it right. It may trigger depression, and the individual begin to have all these symptoms of depression.
Okay, thank you, Doc.
Okay, so at the time, when some people use I'm depressed, maybe they are just that normal reaction to unpalatable experience. So the individual can just say, I'm depressed, I'm not happy. Maybe he has failed an exam, or he's expecting money from someone and the money is not coming, or he feels that he has gone for a job interview and then the thing is not coming. He can say, oh, the result, I'm depressed. That is a normal reaction to what has happened. But when this I'm depressed is now happening to at least for every day, nearly every time, for 2 weeks, the individual need to seek help. And then see a mental health expert to talk to when there is at least duration of 2 weeks. Not that somebody just comes in. Okay. 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 So it is I'm depressed one off is not depression. But I'm depressed persistently for like a duration of at least 2 weeks. That individual need to talk to a doctor. After 2 weeks. Mm. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, definitely. Because if somebody is depressed, it's not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be interested in anything around any longer. If somebody is not happy and then persistently not happy, that will also, he will not be able to do well at work. He will not be able to interact well with friends and families any longer. He will not be able to even do, even the house, some cannot even do the house chores when they are, because they are not, nothing, nothing is interesting any longer when somebody is depressed. And that is why when it gets worse, it gets to a point where somebody will even take his life or her life, because he is no longer seeing anything, he doesn't see anything, he don't even see reason to live any longer. That is when it gets to when it gets to the severe level, the individual might even say, well, what am I living for? So that individual is seeing himself as worthless, as useless. Even sometimes some people will be feeling guilty that even they might be saying they are the one responsible for something that they are not responsible for. And then begin to, and that take me to even in the elderly, some of the people will even stone, in the elderly, they stone them, they call them witch, whereas they are just depressed. They'll be confessing to something that they didn't do, that they are the one that did this, they are the one that responsible for the death of so person, so person, so person. In the past, when we were young, we used to carry those people out and then begin to stone them. They are witches and wizards. Whereas it is just depression in the elderly. So that's another even topic for another time. So this depression affects how we think, how we feel, how we act, and then it affects our functionality, that we no longer do what we used to do any longer. The important thing is that they are even the first doctor, because the question of normal and abnormal, it varies from one individual to another. But when you have known somebody that this person is usually very lively, he talks to people, he relates well with people, and then begin to withdraw, no longer talking any longer, no longer, even sometimes you be, maybe even you see the tears in the eyes and you don't even know why, and there's no, so you begin to look at, this person has changed from what you used to be. It is when you now realize that this person that is now friendly, that is up and doing, is now no longer, now is now withdrawn to himself, is no longer talking to anybody again, or even sometimes crying or sometimes weeping and all the rest. That is when the family should be concerned at that point and seek help. Very, very dangerous. One, let's even start from the fact that if the person is working, might lose his job because of depression, because the people around may not understand what is happening. And then before you realize, he's no longer doing, he's making mistakes, he's making errors at work. Even if he's somebody, maybe even a doctor, he might even make an error that is life-threatening. When he's depressed, he can begin to be dangerous to others. And then even at the severe level, it may lead to a situation whereby there was somebody will consider to take his life and die and kill himself or herself. So it's something that if nothing is done on times, it affects the person, it affects people around, it even can cause problem to the productivity of that person and even the productivity of the establishment where they are working. And then even at the extreme level, it might take their life, which is not a good experience.
All right, doctor. So for someone who may need more
Yeah.
personalized advice beyond today's discussion, how can they take the next steps?
They can, like I've said now, they can go to the Teledoc app and try to ask to see a mental health expert, or go to any professional of their choice if they so wish. So that's how to get a personalized help.
Okay, that's right. You can consult Dr. Kazim Uthman and other verified doctors securely on the Teledoc platform from the comfort of your home. All you have to do is download the Teledoc app, search for Dr. Kazim Uthman, and book at your preferred time, have a consultation, and take the next steps. All right, doctor. So, in the context of mental health, how does telemedicine actually help for people with mental health or with
Like
depression?
like I've said now, the telemedicine make it easier and it's more convenient than even coming to the hospital. Now, as I live here now, I'm going to the clinic. About close to about 60 patients are already there now, and then some people have to even take time from their work. You know how many hours that those hours can be put into productive thing, and these are things that you can just at the comfort of your home and then begin to talk to a doctor, and then you get help that even more quality than what you get when you even come to the hospital, because doctors are usually tired, worn out. You are always in a hurry to tell the patient to go, even though, and the mental health is something that you need time. Individual, you actually need to formit everything in their mind, and you need to even take time. You only can get 30 minutes for a patient, even in a public hospital, because even if you are doing that, then they will be complaining and be shouting that because people have to go back to, and when you have to see like 50 patients, 30 minutes, that means you won't leave the place. So it's always like, what do you want to complain? And then you write everything. You don't really have the time to listen. And television has solved that problem. The problem of stigma, though, if they see me in a mental health this thing, they will think I'm colo, I'm this. It's no longer has been removed by telemedicine. It is you and your doctor talking inside the comfort of your home or wherever you choose, even in your office. You can see a doctor and you talk to a doctor. So it's very easy, can never be easier than now, when people can get what they need without having to travel, or even if they are working, they can be at work and take 30 minutes break and speak to a doctor through telemedicine. And these are things where we have been, even for a very more serious cases, we have been seeing even on online, because now people just talking, and we are here now, we are talking before you have to go to a radio station to have this program. But now I'm in my office, I'm still going back to work now. That is just the way telemedicine is. It makes life easy, and it makes you to get whatever at the time you want it and at your own confidence.
Thank you, doctor. I
You're
I like
welcome.
how you touched on how telemedicine helps to reduce the stigma around mental health, because there's a lot of stigma that is associated to it. So, in terms of the kind of support, I know, yes, they'll be able to speak to the doctor through telemedicine, but what other kind of mental health support would they be able to access for anybody that is actually going through this?
They can get anything any boy, any patient can get in anywhere in the hospital. They can get, like, the way we treat depression, for example, we start from counseling, then we do psychological therapy, so I call some cognitive behavioral therapy. You can even do sessions and online. There are even a lot of so even prescription you can write online. People print it and go take it to the pharmacy to buy. So there is no anything that they are missing if they use telemedicine to see a doctor.
Okay, thank you, doctor. I have
Mm.
one last question before I go over to Fumi. In Nigeria, are there any mental health support groups or things like that people can actually, join to support each other? People that have depression or things like that. Do you know if there are any like that in Nigeria?
Well, none that I know that I can refer people to. That though there are a lot of NGOs and then whatever, but not that I know at this moment. So,
Okay, all right. Thank you, doctor.
all right. You're welcome. Yes, people stigmatize things when they don't even know what is causing it. And then they associate it with danger. If you see now, it's not all they think that you see when they associate it with danger, that thing. For example, there is a perceptions of mental illness as something that the patient that have mental health problems are violent, and then that if you even come near them, they can kill. And there are also lack of knowledge regarding what constitutes mental health problems. All those things, when people don't have answer, then the way they can explain that thing is to stigmatize it. Then when people also begin to think that something is spiritual, because by our nature, we must give explanation to things. And if we don't have an answer, we form an answer to it. And most times, if you don't get any physical answer to a problem, we begin to spiritualize it, that it is a spiritual issue. So we human nature needs answer to questions. So when you don't know, when there is nothing to put there, then you must put something. And that is what even brings about, even sometimes anyway, religion and so many other things, is to be able to explain our existence. To explain why we are here, what are we doing here, is what brings about issue of religion and all the rest and whatever. So we must have answer, we must explain. Like some even historian, they will be able to tell you now, you come from heaven, this and that. It's just a way of explaining how this exists. And that is why when there is no answer, then people there may be a stopgap that people begin to look at it that, oh, this one is this. But sometimes, when it's not only, you can see now HIV is stigmatized as well, because one, HIV is associated with death. That is like a death sentence when you have it. So people begin to look at it. Oh, if this one is, for example, when somebody is HIV positive, you already look at, oh, this one is about to die. Don't let me go in here. Let him not infect me with the death. So people create distance when they don't have answer, or when they think that thing is dangerous, or that thing is a problem that may affect other people. They begin to have a lot of stigmatize that, whatever. But essentially, the mental health problem, one, is because of the fact that lack of knowledge about what even constitutes mental health problems. And then people don't want to associate with it. That, okay, you have okay, go and see a psychiatrist because you are depressed. People don't even look at depression as what's mental. They look at somebody on the road, somebody that is carrying cutlass, somebody. I've seen people that will ask me that, how are you entering that place? I hope they are not going to bite you. So now when you now tell somebody that, okay, go and meet them, you already be thinking that, oh, there are no people there, maybe they will bite me when I get there. So things like that make you not to want to associate, because one does not know that I need a help, somebody need to assist me. But the way society is going to look at that person is why the person don't want to assess and want to come and assess care. And that happens a lot. You see a lot of people coming early in the morning to come and see doctor. Some people come and when time is dark. That is when you see them coming to see a doctor. And then you now look at it that the patient that we see, the number is even more than what those who are in the physical health see. But the problem is that those ones, they don't want to, even when they even see you as a doctor on the street, they don't want to greet you. These are the these are I've mentioned it when I was also introducing if depression is mild, that is, like when I talk about 3 core symptoms, I said that the person is persistently feeling sad, persistently tired, and reduction, they have lost interest in what he usually enjoys, like playing ball, he cannot play any ball again. Those are 3 core symptoms. If somebody has 2 of the core symptoms, and have the two of the other symptoms, that person has mild depression. If somebody has two of the core symptoms and has three or more of the other symptoms, that is moderate. If somebody has the entire three of the core symptoms, which is persistently low mood, reduced interest in previously pleasurable activities, persistent tiredness, and three or more of the other one, that is severe. If now somebody now begin to say, hear voices claiming that I'm guilty of what is not guilty of and whatever like that, that is now with psychosis. So we call that one psychotic depression. So now all these one, they have different treatment modality. For a mild depression, the person does not need any medication. He only requires therapy. So also for somebody with moderate depression, they also can go with therapy. But in some situations, if therapy is not working for those with moderate depression, we begin to give them drugs that they call antidepressants. And then those who now have gotten to the becoming psychotic, they now begin to get drugs for antipsychotics. Why? The kind of therapy that they get is, the commonest one is what we call cognitive behavioral therapy. And the basis for that therapy is that how we feel determines how we think. And how we think also determines how we act. That is, when you are not feeling happy, your behavior also, which is your action, will also show by withdrawing. So, and then your thinking pattern too will no longer promote you. You'll be looking down on yourself when you are not happy. You are not longer seeing yourself, your self-esteem, everything will be low when you are not happy. So what the therapy does is to change your thinking pattern. So that if you change your thinking pattern, because sometimes people who are depressed, they would, they can say to, maybe they fail in one task. They will say, okay, because I failed in this task, that means I'm worthless. Now, you now begin to let people know that, okay, but you are passing this one, you are passing this one, you are passing this one. So failing one task does not make you worthless. It is a normal thing that you cannot always be passing. So when you change the way the person thinks about himself, the way the person sees himself, the way he sees the environment, his own mood will also change. I'm just giving you the basis of the therapy that we do. Yeah. So now when we do the therapy and try to bring the person to make sure that sometimes if somebody is withdrawn, there's what we call behavioral activation, where if somebody is depressed now, he will not want to do anything. But if somebody is close to that person and make the person, okay, let us go and do exercise, let us walk like this. So by doing all those things, that is opposite what is thinking, the thinking will also change. If there are people that's okay, somebody that doesn't want to walk around, you say, okay, let's walk around. It's going to also lift the mood of that person if he's able to walk around. Those are the things that we do in the therapy, just to summarize what we do. And then, but if it is not, if it is now severe, therapy alone don't work. In fact, when it's severe, you have to first of all give the person medication so that the person will now be able to follow your therapeutic advice. Yes, even most of the problems are lifestyle issues, because like yes, they are lifestyle issues. Even most of the mental health problems are lifestyle problems, because we are like machine that deserve rest. When you don't give it, the body will react. It might react in terms of mental health problems or physical health problems. So when you sleep well, you eat well, you do everything, you don't overeat. In fact, most of these even mental health problems are to be linked to diet, the nutrition that people even eat, like excess sugar and so many other things, even affect the brain and make those chemicals not to be functioning well. So when we eat right, we sleep right, we do things right, we take break when necessary. You're likely not to, you are not likely have a mental health problem or even physical health problem. So lifestyle changes is the key. The first thing is to even speak to a friend, share you what is happening to you. That may even therapy may come from them. Even your pastor or your imam can also be of help. So when you talk to the people that you trust, and then you are not still those symptoms are not lifting, then you can consider seeing an expert. I think no, I think it is the structure. People don't like structure. They just don't want to, you have to come, you take a card, you whatever, and then this and talk to this and whatever. It's people like a place where they go, they get whatever they want to get, like chemists and then whatever, and then get out of the place. Instead of having a structure where you have to see a nurse, take your vital sign, take whatever. I think that is one of the major problems why people don't even want to go and this is what even this telemedicine has addressed. Yeah, it has addressed all those issues of structures and whatever, and even has addressed the problem of stigma and whatever. Now, the issue now is that by one of the survey I take, why people don't use telemedicine is some people are talking about money and then so many other things, and then the people in the village they are not even aware that there are facilities like this where they can talk to. Because I've used even Google Meet a lot to see patient. I'm seeing a lot of patients on Google Meet. So yes, but because where they will tell you, doctor, I cannot come. We are far away. Okay, is there internet? Okay, when you are supposed to call, let's speak on Google Meet. And then it has been so people don't even know there are all these structured something at some level. So it's only educated people that usually come to this through this channel because that solve all the problems. Even to even get drugs now, you can see somebody online, he prescribe drug for you. They even courier the drug and to come and meet you in your house. When I was in Lekki, Tranquil and Quest, we did a lot of that. See people on Zoom, then we courier medication to their house. So it's yes, we just see them prescribe the medication, say the courier, the medication is already at their doorsteps. They don't have to go to pharmacy. So I think the major problem is leaving what you are doing, leaving your comfort zone, where as a human being, we love to be in our comfort zone. So having to leave where you are and then move to another place is always a challenge. And that is why people don't want to come to any structured environment.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kazem, for today's
You're
free
welcome.
consultation and advice on depression, when to seek
You're
help, and
welcome.
how telemedicine makes it easier. If you need to speak to Dr. Kazem privately, download the TeleDoc app, book a full 30-minute session, choose your preferred time, speak securely via video. If you have messages for you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for having me. You're welcome. All right.
My name is Damien.
I know Miss Kazim. Bye bye.
Bye.